Hey, hello everybody, it's Adrian here and we are back in Library of Ruina. Last time we suppressed the flow of technological sciences and now we have to realize the flow of literature. I've tried to realize the flow of literature and that's why I didn't have any uploads yesterday, because I lost an hour into the fight and I was devastated. I did not try again. And now we have this team, which is exactly the team that we had before, and we'll try once again using this team on the floor realization. If this doesn't work out, I will farm for some pages of smiling faces and I'll try again then, because I think I can use some of the smoke building pages instead of the puppet. So yeah, let's try Hod Suppression. We'll review the last episode of Laetitia's story. Yep. Wow. The sound just got louder. How the fuck do they keep making it even worse every time? Yep, that's what happens in this game. Exactly around. That's kind of what people have in real world too. Trying to work for big companies and shit. I think it is. Yeah. I love Project Moon's world building. I won't stop talking about it when the characters are talking between themselves, because the world building in this game is insane. How they have like the city where everything is mixed and matched into something great. And also the constant callbacks to lobotomy corporation, they kind of piss me off, because you know it is the last game and we don't really have to see what happens there because we played the first game. This game has a lot based on the first game, so you wouldn't play Library of Ruina before you played Lobotomy Corporation. But the callbacks to Lobotomy Corporation from Angela's perspective is something that I didn't think I needed, but I did. Because it makes the lore even deeper. And it also builds Angela's character a lot. I didn't like Angela at all in Lobotomy Corporation, but now it is one of my favorite characters ever. Also, yeah, I talk about anything but what they're talking about. Well, knowing what kind of distortions walk around the city, you cannot really stand on your own. Well, exactly what I said. Cogs in machines, you say? I've seen that once already. A constant cycle, yeah. Okay, Angela. And once again, Hod goes on for a lecture and Angela gets pissed off, right? Yep, she's angry again. Okay. Oh, it's sad. It's kind of sad. You were in one before, now it is much different. Yep. Say hello to a callback to Bottom Corporation. Hearing the neutral O1 music in the background has never been so pleasant. Greetings, I am Angela. So the facility was in place before the manager actually arrived and started working there. Interesting. But why though? You can do it, Melchus. This is something that Angela in the bottom corporation would never say. Like, I've seen all this story. I know what will happen. And it explains a lot of lobotomy preparation. Like, you see how she's very active and positive about everything does Feared have to say. And very helpful to them, but in lobotomy creation you can remember, if you've played that game, that she's very uncooperative and kind of bitter. Cancel program from the employees. That is one of the upgrades on lobotomy creation, right? Yeah, and the part that actually matters. Some efficient methods to improve the welfare of our employees. The thing that Angela in lobotomy corporation totally refused to do. And now you'll see why. Yep. Chisette tries to help the employees and their welfare. And she'll consider his suggestion. Once again, not something should say in lobotomy corporation. See the scenario error. And it has been reactivated. And the first loop. And now she remembers all of this. She remembered the loop. They didn't. The Sephiroth had the memory wiped out. And loops went on and on. People were killed. The scenario was broken. Yep. And like she said in the bottom corporation, they cannot implement the method he suggested. Wait, can she not tell them that everything loops back if the welfare of the people is improved? Loop 581. So she's prepared for anything really, and she knows everything that will happen. And all the Sephiroth, now see that she knows what they will prepare for her. Yep. Once again, she tried to make the people less mortal in that place and tried to reduce the casualty rate, but she knew it yet again. The city-wide scenario reactivated, and you cannot save the people there. That's why, really, employees or clerks in lobotomy creation were treated as expendables, because you literally cannot give them anything to protect themselves or any ways to be more protected against abnormalities or really improve anything that can help with their welfare, because the game will loop back and you'll start over. Also, the amount of loops here is insane. Like, now I understand why Angela was so bitter the entirety of lobotomy corporation, because it was like 100,000 loop or something, and I'd be much worse in the situation. Even though I'm not an AI, but still. Also, these monitors hiding out is kind of cinematic and I like it. Wait, so in one of the loops manager like arrives or at some point in the loop? That's interesting. I didn't really look into that in the first time. And yeah, the one meme we didn't talk about hot suppression. Clip a meltdown. Hod is melting down. And give us copious amount of energy. Oh my fucking god, I feel worse and worse for her every time this number goes up. Well, I think she has to. Did Tiflis canonically melt down second? Well, I knew about Hod, I didn't know about Tiflis actually. And I don't know if this confirms anything. Benjamin here. Also, this monitor right here. I don't know, is that the arbiter or Binah melting down, or if that's one of them unfortunately is here dying. I cannot tell, and nothing tells us. The third warning is playing in the background. It is loop number 52025. Malchus is melting down. Well, yeah. Of course, the Joseph Joestar moment when she knows all the lines before they are spoken. Which is it. Melt down after Malchus. Okay. It really was Angela. Such was the script. Every time I hear the third warning, I always shut up, even if I was talking beforehand. Maybe the hundreds of hours in lobotomy preparation really did break me. I just close my eyes. This feels like closing lines. I don't remember what they were exactly, but I was right. It is the end. And yes, we now see that Hod also saw all those memories. Don't know why. I don't know how they saw it, but still. If all the Sephiroth know what Angela has been through, then maybe they will have tighter bonds with each other or something. I really am hopeful for them to be happy and not angry at each other, because listening to them being like enemies is not that interesting. I'm afraid because I can predict my future. I remember that line, it's pretty cool. And yes, Now you can see something interesting. We never saw Dream of the Black Swan in the game on Hod Floor. That is because the suppression or the realization of the floor goes the other way now. You start at the new abnormality. We have Dream of the Black Swan here, or just Black Swan it is called in this game. We have to kill 3 brothers. If we kill 4 brothers, she'll use a SotC page. If we don't kill 3 brothers and 4 brothers are alive at once, she will also use a SotC page. All the brothers have passive abilities that buff Angela in some way. These aren't too difficult to fight against, just speed values and a speed die. This might be better to get rid of, but the second brother isn't much of a trouble. Also 1, 2, 3, so we can see all the attacks. And let's see now. We'll have to use the ones that aren't attacked by anything to attack the brothers. All the brothers always use special stack and green waste as their attacks, so we have to use everything with 1 die or 2 dice. And that is everything I can tell you right now. We should use slashing damage on the brothers, so we can stagger them easily. And blunt damage isn't the best idea, but you know, Tiffany is all about blunt damage. Here we have all of this that we have to fight because she does have higher speed values, because we have this guy alive. And we will have him alive for a long time, so we'll have to just work with this. So 2 attacks here. We can use Hod to reject at least one of them. This isn't too strong, but on hit Angela gains 1 strength in scene, so we must not let him hit this. 4 to 8, actually it is pretty strong. I didn't look at the attack. So we have Execute here, which will probably roll higher. Green Waste. We can go for Energy Cycle here. With a buffed blunt attack it will be alright. Now these attacks. She uses only Rise and Curl Up, but as more brothers rise, she gets new attacks. So we must be very careful about it. Another Energy Cycle here, to get some light back and to get some charge. Sadly she does attack the broken speed dice. It is a problem because we cannot defend it. The attack is actually Curl Up, the one that is the weakest. So it isn't that bad. But we don't have any good pages here. Which is a bit of a bummer because not having strong pages is a problem. Angela gains 1 strength. We have a chance at winning with Overcome Crisis, so let's just try. That is better than just taking a hit. Alright, we won both clashes. We did additional damage, which actually might be a problem because we won't stack up charge. Alright. Some good clash wins. I actually didn't expect that much clash wins. Oh wow, we killed the first brother in 2 attacks. That's what I was talking about. And we tied this clash, wow. We are getting so lucky right now. So another brother has been created. This one gives Angela a combat page that reflects attacks, which is actually great because we can ignore it. But I don't think we should, but we can. And actually that takes all of her attacks that actually do damage and turns one of them into Velvet Parcel, meaning that we don't have to take too much damage this time. Here are 2 attacks, one of special attack and one of Curl Up. Sadly we cannot fight Curl Up here and not take damage, so we will have to take damage, but we'll try to deal some damage to her in return. Here we should take the special stack with Hod, who will probably kill or stagger with Will the Prescript, so we probably shouldn't use that. Instead, I don't know what would be better, Dimensional Rift or Ripple. Probably Ripple because the brother is endured to blunt damage, so we probably should bank on that, because Dimensional Rift will probably stagger him. And we have another attack to worry about here, which is Green Waste. 3 to 7, 2 to 6. Yik is almost exactly that, so we can try to fight it like this. Here we have another attack from Angela, which is Evolving Parasol, and if we didn't have this brother, this would be something that deals damage, and it isn't, because we do have this brother. So it is actually pretty good to have him. Once again 4 to 8. I'd love to use Sentence Battle here, but it would deal a lot of damage. So we'll have to go with Yik and probably take some damage. If Angela gains a lot of strength, we probably will just bomb rush her. Or maybe we should do that right now. Yes, the Evolving Parasol will block some damage for sure, but only 2 attacks isn't that much, knowing that we will attack her with TRC and all the other weak attacks. We can go for Leap here to draw pages, because our pages are awful right now. And then recycle to get the charge back and also get some light. Green Waste. Once again we'll have to go with Yik just so we don't deal too much damage. And another TLC here. It will clash with Velvet Parasol. We don't have any pages to use here, and probably we should go for Will of the Prescript next turn. Hopefully Angela will attack Hod. We won the clash, which is great, but we did additional damage, which is actually bad for us. Of course we took the deflect. We broke through 2 of the attacks, but we took the 3rd attack. Well, we are starting to lose clashes here. Of course we lose the Ripple. We don't do too much damage, which is alright. Block dice gaining power or gaining speed? I don't know. Let's go for Hod with a lot of speed, so we can actually take the clash. Wait, why do we have 2 light? I thought we would have more. Also, this didn't pay off. Angel attacks deal fatal damage regardless of resistances. We should kill the first brother for sure. He's attacking Cooper here. Special attack will go for really anything that will kill him. We don't care about managing our damage output. Probably a smart decision would be... Oh no, we have to fight this. Alright, so it wouldn't be a smart decision after all. Okay, let's go for Dimensional Rift. And we'll go for Rip Space on this Rise. And we'll go out of light, but we'll do a lot of damage this turn. Siren Sword will probably win Green Waste. I'd say it would, knowing that we have... Oh no, he's in burn, so we won't attack. We won't deal additional damage. Okay, Feather Shield will be alright, I think. 2 to 4, even on a weak stagger, is alright, it won't kill for sure. A strong attack here. Maybe going for defense would be a great choice here, but we didn't, so yeah. Special attack once again, we don't have much here. Dimensional Rift on Green Waste, and we'll go for... Let's go for Bunch of Death here. We won't take too much damage with Hana because she resists the special attack, and I think we have a pretty good chance of not killing him. If we do kill him, that would be a problem. Velvet Parasol, yeah. Prick for damage output. Actually, an interesting detail. As soon as Angela dies in this fight, the fight will move on, and she won't be alive until she gets to 1 HP and... Oh, I mean, until the scene ends on 1 HP. she'll die and everyone else will die with her, so... Okay, we did kill the second brother and we'll have to kill the first brother, right? That is suboptimal, really. The first brother also died. We'll go for block dice here. Okay, majority reality. This is a problem. I think the next brother will be, if this brother is healed, she'll get staggered. So we have to leave this attack at least once. Probably using Phosphor Gesture here would be our best chance at winning the clash. Rise here only at 2 speed. Actually, she got a lot less speed now because this guy is killed. Which wasn't a part of our plan, but I will take that. Endless battle here, because we can actually redirect attacks now. To overcome crisis. Rip space would be a mistake. But will the prescript? Won't. Well, one parcel here. I'll go for Dimensional Rift just for charge gain. We have Energy Cycle to clash with Green Waste. Special stack will have to go with Geek. We cannot retake this clash. Green Waste, another Geek here. Alright, I think we are ready. Okay, we tied both clashes, or want them, I don't really know. Okay. Additional damage on Angela is great, also to Ice. One of them was additional stagger damage. Don't kill any of the brothers, please. Okay. Now the last brother is here. And if he dies, Angela becomes triggered. And it is our highest priority right now to kill him. We don't have rip space here, which is a bit of a problem, knowing that we want to kill him as fast as possible, and we do have to charge. We'll have to endure a lot of damage here. She's bound, disarmed and fragile, so I think it is alright. It won't die too much. Also, killing all of her brothers right now would be pretty great too, knowing that we'll kill the 6th brother for sure. And when the 6th brother is killed, her Master page will be procced anyway, but she will be staggered, so it won't be, but still it would count. We have to fight Netzach in reality. We can... Oh, what we can do? What can we do? I say we go for energy cycle here and rip space here. If we lose the rip space or go with rip space before this clash, it would be absolutely awful. But I think it would be... energy cycle would go first and then it would go with rip space, so we'll have 9 charge by the time. Special stack, Blazing Strike, we can use it now. I think we are ready. Tied both clashes. Some additional damage here. Energy cycle was used before her attacks. Wait. No, he died before the energy... No, he didn't. Wait, what happened? Okay, he's staggered. Now please kill him. No way that is... Okay, he did die. Wait, no, that isn't the one. What do we do here? We'll go for Mill probably. We'll have to fight her mass attack page. He's only staggered. We do have Mill now, so this is great. We'll have a way to get our HP back after this devastating loss. Who exactly has meal? Hod does, okay. Rice, we can take it. Still, Shika broken gems. I don't want to die here, but I also don't want to use overcharge. Let's go with this. Special stack, we can easily just do as much damage as possible, we don't care about their lives now. But probably shouldn't do that, because we have meal on Hod, and we want Hod to kill someone. And also get charge, so we'll do this. We'll still kill the fifth brother with Geek. Wait, the Netzach page doesn't attack the one broken die. Nice, that doesn't happen too often. We'll go with replace flash, it is our best chance here. Also, all of her speed is fixated at 9 for some reason. Or maybe she just rolls that high, I don't know, but it seems that it's kind of fixated here. 7 charge, not the worst place to use Rip Space, but we'll probably go with Ripple because we'll get +6 power basically against this mass attack. Also, we should actually attack different people, because the Netzach page will still proc the page even though it wasn't attacking Netzach page. Alright, I think we are ready. Everyone rolled higher, alright. It is great to see. Nice Space Splash did something. Did take a lot of damage from her additional attacks. Now we do some damage to her in return with all the MS Tech page counters. Now we kill the brother. Some more damage to Angela. We stagger the other brother, and I think Angela is already very near to death. So letting her use the MS Tech page was a giant problem. We have 9 speed here, we can just crush her with Overcome Crisis and like leap or something. She'll die and everyone else will... It's a random tech page, why did I fucking forget? No! Wait, why didn't the tech... When everything... Wait... Before this, when I fought her... Everyone died at once and the next scene started. Maybe that was some kind of bug. Everyone is taking Tiffany here. As far as I know, we want to kill Laetitia before we even touch the gift rep friends, so 140 HP with normal damage, yes, it is definitely possible to kill her. Also, that isn't the one she was taking. Wait, she used Don't Get Hurt here. Just all kinds of attacks against her. Here we have slash and damage upgraded, so we'll go with Execute. I'll go actually with Energy Cycle and Leap, or maybe I should pull as many pages as possible with Leap plus Will the Prescript. Energy Cycle for charge gain. Gig here. Rip Space can be used this turn, which is great. Probably should go with Rip Space first, into Energy Cycle, into a Ripple. That seems to be pretty smart. Here we have a Searing Sword and TOC. Let's go. All of Laetitia's pages will go first because... Wow! I forgot that she had fixed 8s. Why did I even bother attacking her? I could have attacked all the one die. Alright. Still, she takes a lot of damage. She's already at half HP and even lower right now. Probably we won't kill her in... Yeah, we... No! Yes, we have enough damage on her to kill her, and actually evade pages are insanely great. Alright, this is what I was talking about. As soon as she dies, everything gets... Oh, I mean, everything goes a scene forward. So now we must not kill all of the spiders. The best way to beat this is probably taking the spiders to low HP, then killing them all in one turn, and then focusing Angela. Last time I got to this phase I was at 3 people, so now we definitely have an advantage in the amount of our players. I don't think Yi kills. No, they are weak to blunt damage. This was slashing, so we can go for Yi in fact. What should we go for here? A dimensional rift might be a good idea. Or at least not that bad of an idea. He got 60 HP, he can take another Provoking Crisis. Thin Webbing. 2-dimensional rifts. We'll have one light at the start of the next scene. Well, it's alright. Endless battle here. We don't have much light here too. Which one of them will take the least damage? We can actually reserve this light and go for the Geek here and a TOC here too. Wait, it will cause problems, fuck. I don't want to redirect the clash to Tiffany because Tiffany is at very low stagger damage right now. So let's think about it a bit. Yes, probably using TLC here would be the best idea. And we bundle this here, let's try. Some damage, a moderate amount of it. I forgot to see that the stagger damage is only 40, and seeing as we did 140 damage in one turn last turn, I might have overshot some of it. Oh well, it actually doesn't seem like that. Why is she on the floor? Why is she here? Nobody's dead. Okay. Probably we'll go back up, right? So they give T status. We'll go for Cocoon here, probably. Maybe surprise gift is actually better. Well, let's give the surprise gift to Christopher, because Christopher is very unlikely to clash with people, and as soon as he does, the next clash will probably be with another person. Syrian Sword on the Spider Limb. This one is very lively, unlike all the others. We have 10 charge, we can use rip space and, you know, kill everyone and everything, but that isn't what this strategy is looking for, so we'll have to wait on it. Some additional damage on this special lively Spider-Man. Stingy Fangs. Crick! One crick would be enough damage for this turn. TLC here. Clash with Syrian Sword. Another thin weapon. Let's go with Dimensional Rift. Please don't kill. Okay. I don't think anyone else attacks the Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure it isn't targeted. Additional staggered damage. Okay, everything's alright. This one's staggered. So now I think we can take one more turn and set everything up as nice as possible. We'll go for Creek as the means of dealing as much damage as possible here. He'll leave it anyway. Deal the prescript will give me all the pages I wanted. And we'll go for an execute. I'd say we also want to put an energy loop here, I mean energy cycle here. Geek probably won't kill, right? Maybe it will. No, I don't think I should risk it. Yeah, it was a clash with pressure. It didn't stagger? Really? Really? Hod doesn't stagger anyone here. Wow, we lose a lot of clashes. Why? Why is that the case? Wait, we do stagger this one. Nearly staggered, already staggered, nearly dead. We can probably use this turn to actually kill them. We have 10 charge and drift space, put 2 and 2 together, and that's spiraling. Just to be sure about it, I will also use leap after that. Here I want to use this, a SotC here, Phosphor Gesture for as much damage as possible, Dig here for even more additional damage. We are bound 6 times, oh my god. I don't think that changed the fact that we can kill the spiral easily. Dig, SotC. Yeah. Just to be sure about this one too, I'll go with this. What was the clash? Probably execute. I think we are ready right now. Staggered, please kill. Killed, alright. I don't think the one at the bottom will be killed. I think one of them will still be alive. Maybe more. Wait, why aren't they dying? Okay, we killed 2. We have 2 alive, but one of them is staggered, so it is alright. Her attacks are insane. 12 to 12 fixed damage and his target. Insane. We will go for Spade though. But slashing damage is preferred here, sadly. These attacks don't matter at all. They are only defensive attacks, because they are counter dice. Yeah, that's what they are called. Creek. And just to be sure, once again, a SotC here. If we have any really strong attacks, we might want to use them right now. Ripple might be a good attack here. Endless Battle too. Overcharge can do a lot. Let's just fetch a shield for some burn probably, or I don't know, to get rid of the combat pages, or counter pages rather. And Repressed Flash also has some high roll dice. Okay. We do win the clash, which is really great. We tied 3. Nice. A lot of damage shall be done. Here goes replaced flash. Energy cycle actually doesn't kill. For fuck's sake. Okay, this one does. This is also the spider limb, and it seems that Angela has 1 more turn to move. Sadly we didn't stagger her, she's at 4 stagger resist. But we do have... No, we don't have anything. She isn't taking Hod, and we cannot take it with Hod. I thought we could go for recharge here and just steal the deal, but we cannot, that is not the case. I think we shouldn't go for recharge here. That definitely would be a problem. Cry out. Do we have any ranged pages? No, we don't. I made full melee. Okay. I guess we say goodbye to Tiffany not being staggered. She'll take 22 damage in total this turn. But it's alright because Angela is staggered and now she doesn't have any counter dice. Energy cycle. Leap. Probably should be the other way around. Leap into energy cycle. Here we'll go with Overcome Crisis and SotC. We don't have many options here. Another TOC. Energy cycle for light. And it will be alright. Energy cycle here too. I think it will be enough. Only 38 damage to deal with fatal attacks. Alright, we are done here. Now Sanguine Desire. Or however you want to call it. Nobody in this team has bleed right now, so that is great. We can take the super strong clash with Rift Space because we do have 10 charge, meaning that we will probably roll higher. I'd say we'll roll higher. And really, Angela in Sanguine Desire has only 80 stagger damage, or stagger resist. So going for anything that can possibly stagger her is great because, you know, it doesn't take too much. Probably should clash with some of the minions, just so we don't take too much damage here. There is one more phase after this one, and I actually haven't seen it. I died to Sanguine Desire. And it's insane attacks after the first scene. Piercing damage upgraded. We can go with Dimensional Rift into Rip Space and just a casual leap probably, or maybe not. Well, let's go with Execute even though she is enduring the slash damage. Concealed Desire not too difficult to fight against. All of the attacks inflict bleed, so we will take a lot of damage in the end, because damaging Angela will damage ourselves too. But it is alright. I think if we can pull off the one turn stagger, it would be enough for us to annihilate her. Also, nobody attacked Bursting Desire, so we probably should clash here with Rip Space and clash here with a recharge. Alright, everyone has used their dice. Fantastic. How did we not get it? So sad. Additional damage, not stagger damage though, which is a problem because we want to stagger her. And I just realized that all of her stagger resists are injured. So we have to deal much more than just 60 stagger damage. Okay, clashing with the minions was a great underestimation of her power. Please kill her, or stagger, I mean. Please. Do we have a single attack? Yes! Alright, she is staggered. After all of this, she is staggered. Oh. We'll live a bit longer. At this point, I don't think Hannah can die with 102 HP, so it is alright. I don't think I will clash with the minions again. Let's go get a cycle and leap. Well, we won't do a lot of damage here, but then we can have in this battle that will probably help us kill him. Okay, we will do a lot of damage. Well, I forgot she was fatal to everything, so we only have to deal half of her damage, or half of her HP in damage. We'll take at least one clash if she dies. No, she is dead, but the minions still persist. Okay. So only Laetitia has the ability to kill all of her minions after she's dead. Please don't stay, Hannah. Thank you. Wow, this is... Okay. First off, 5 speed dice. I did not expect that. Second, really low HP, only 180. Third, I can tell you exactly that we'll have to use this somehow to match her attacks. That is everything I can tell you from just seeing this face the first time. Because, once again, this is my first time seeing this face. Also, I expected the background to be a little less violent, but it's alright. I mean, nothing too bad. Okay, so... Rolls minimum value if current expression is angry. I told you. Inflict too fragile to self next scene. Oh, so we just have to fight her when she is angry. Because all the attacks are the same. Then she'll just die. Like, inflict too fragile 5 times to herself, it is easier to fight against. Give space for damage, why not? At this point we don't really care. We just have to get that angry face right, because if we don't, that would be a big, giant, awful problem. But I think we have a chance. No, we will kill ourselves with this attack. Now we just have to time it right? When she's at her angry face. At the curtain in the back. That was the angry face. I'll wait again. Okay. I don't know why I'm waiting. The face is angry, okay. Oh, she's getting fragile for this scene, so using a lot of attacks was a great call. I actually didn't read that at all. Also, really weird ego search. But oh well, we killed her in one turn. Really easy final phase once again. I feel like they decided, by they I mean Project Moon, that making all the final phases or the new environment is underwhelming would be awful, so they flipped the script and started from the normality, so it could be the hardest fight. And now the last fight is incredibly easy, but it is the normality that we have seen, so it is alright for that to be easy. And that is good. GUI waste. Upon reading the clash, inflict 1 bind, fragile, and bleed to all enemies next scene, twice per scene. Wow, that is strong. Actually, bind, fragile, and bleed to all enemies twice? Oh wait, it's bind, fragile, and bleed. It's not even power down or endurance down. That's alright. Upon a hit, nullify the damage and return it to the attacker's attack damage at 30% chance. Also actually good. Gain 6 Nettle Clothing, which grants protection equal to this amount of each scene. A stack of Nettle Clothing is lost upon taking a hit. Actually pretty good for making a tank, but pretty late because tier 3. What is the Eagle Pages? I'm telling you, Sanguine Desire will have like stack 12 bleed and then the third attack will get 4 times the amount of power to the bleed on the enemy. Wow, it doesn't even stack bleed? Really? But it looks like it is the best Eagle Page possible for bleed stack and still, because enemies do not lose bleed stacks after rolling offensive dice for the scene and gain power by 2 times the attack's bleed, which is also really strong. But in the fight, Angela used an attack that you didn't see, but that did get power by 3 times the attack's bleed. So she had a strong attack. This expression, 18 to 30 block dice. If we roll high enough, they will be instantly staggered. And plus 10 damage against target targets, yeah. Red dice inflicts 3 bind, feeble, and desire next scene. It's alright, I think. Pretty good. I don't know why they... Oh, wait. Why do they have the second die? It doesn't really change anything, but alright. Laetitia, a mass attack. On hit, add a copy of Small Gift to target's hand. Small Gift, a weak combat page with 1 cost, enemies will prioritize using it over other pages in hand. Exhaust and use. So basically we kind of seal one of the dice, but not really, because they will use a very weak combat page instead of something strong that they would have to use. Black Swan, a mass attack with 2 individual attacks, which are pretty alright. 9/18, I mean, is pretty good. Target loses 3 light next scene. We can actually purge all light from all enemies if it hits. And by all light I mean 3 light per enemy, but it is still pretty good. It does cost 6 light, so it is pretty pricey, but it's alright. I think for an Eagle Page, by the time you get an Eagle Page, you'll probably have enough light to use it. Wow, the noise is awful. Hey, she accepts it. So it really is the same every time. One of the spirit tells her a lecture, she tells them to not tell her a lecture, she breaks out into meltdown mode, we beat her, and she says that, yeah, maybe you were right. I'm different, I was built different. Actually, that comparison between a wheel and the treadmill is pretty good. I've never heard that one. She's still salty. Why wouldn't you? Oh, I didn't read it, but I know it says you can now use Eagle pages, you have got some new regular melody pages, and it advanced to level 6. Okay, so Floor Realization has become pretty good. Eagle pages are nice here. Next up, you should expect either Netzach's floor, or knowing that Hod's floor literally broke me yesterday, probably I might want to do a side of the city invitation. And I know this one isn't too difficult, and it does give you some charge pages. And I like myself some charge, so I might go for this reception. Or not, I don't know. Also, I know that Netzach's reception, I mean, not reception, but Netzach's floor realization does have 6 phases instead of 5, and that bothers me a lot. What is this? What? What is it? Why did I just click a yellow exclamation point and now I'm here? Ha! I like that Gebura has become much more chill than in Botany Corporation. She just thinks that everyone here is her friend, or at least in the same place as she is. The music in the background of talking on the Binah's floor is interesting. Makes me wonder what her music during the fight would be. Tea? Oh, lemon juice and honey. I actually like this kind of tea. Wow. I'm reading this and, like, it is really just a book. I'm reading a book right now. This dialogue is literally a book. Project Moon wanted to make a good book about the Lobotomy Corporation vote and decided to also add a great game to it. And I love them for that. Because this lore and these kinds of small interactions between characters are amazing. Oh, and with that we are done with today's episode. It feels so great to beat Hod Floor. First try today. Yesterday I did lose. Also, it might have been a better idea to actually use Emma's page instead of a puppet page too, but still, like, Emma's page just has a different endure and more stats. And high level acrobatics are actually pretty good. Yeah, I should have used Emma's page. But still, we won nonetheless. So yeah, if you watched up to this point, I sincerely thank you for watching and I'll see you around. Goodbye!